Hello, I'm Elizabeth, and this is the Just Dandy podcast that I stream on my channel along with the Dandelion Soap Herb Shop. Today we're talking about peanuts, superfood, which is also comfort food as well, and what are the nutritional facts that are beneficial to us? How do we benefit by eating peanuts as our snack food? The first thing to bear in mind is that this is based on the USDA's official nutritional facts. And I'm going to break it down and tell you how that can apply in your life and benefit you as a comfort food as well as a nutritional food for every day. If you are diabetic, turn your ears on. You're going to really love this particular episode. The first thing I want to tell you that's really rewarding is these nutritional facts from the USDA. I will have a link in the description box where you can click on it and bring up all these nutritional facts. But what I want to point out are some key pieces in those counts. This is based on 1 cup of peanuts. It contains 828 calories. So if you're someone who is building muscle or you get low on energy, this is a plus for you. And if you eat trail mix, I am super proud of you because that means that you understand the nutritional value and how well you feel snacking on the trail mix. It will literally fill you up. It gives you so much energy, and the reason why is it is jam-packed full of protein. Now on the protein, I'm going to look at my notes so that I give you exact counts of it, how much is in there. There's 36 grams of protein in peanuts, in 1 cup of peanuts. That's a whopping amount. And those are positive calories. This is not bad calories. This is actually good nutritional calories for you. As a diabetic, you need that protein. And it keeps the insulin level humming just where we want it. You will sustain for 4 to 6 hours, if not more, just eating on peanuts. Now let's say you have teeth problems and maybe you wear dentures or you have some kind of hardware in there that you do not want to break or tear up, like braces or some inline. What you can do is eat peanut butter instead. Now this goes back to our basics. When we were kids and mom was really looking after our nutritional value, she would make us a PBJ, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh my goodness, to this day, still one of my favorite foods. Who does not feel better after a really bad day and you just need some comfort, and just eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich will make you just feel like mom hugged me and kissed all the boo-boos away and I'm having a great day. Or some peanut butter and crackers. It's still good nutritional. So if you can eat those foods, definitely indulge. Make you some in advance and put them in a container and put them in the fridge. I do it all the time. You can throw those into a little container or even a baggie and take on a day trip with you. Maybe you're hanging out with the girls going shopping, or you're taking the kids to the park, or you're hanging out with your mom and just doing some things, and you can have you a quick little snack that just brings back great memories. Some more nutritional facts you're really going to love. It is jam-packed with 1,029 milligrams of potassium. The magnesium, 61%. That is highly valuable to anyone who deals with arthritis, who's had broken bones, aches, and pains. Now, we know when the cold weather comes in, we can about tell you when it's going to rain or even when it's going to snow, we'll have aches and pains. We need a lot of magnesium and potassium in our body in order to mend the torn muscles and the little tendons and fibers that we tear on a daily basis. Just walking tears. You're using your motor skills, you're stretching your arms and your legs, and you're bending your feet and your hands, your fingers. You need a lot of potassium and magnesium. When you go to sleep at night, and you know your body becomes a medicine cabinet, it does all its healing. So if it has a good source of potassium and magnesium, it's going to heal those up and lessen your aches and pains. If you're diabetic, you know that you seriously need this to protect your liver and your pancreas. So definitely incorporate this great superfood of peanuts in your diet. We know that our legumes, peanuts, are in the sweet pea family. And that gives us our nutrition because it can draw the metals that we need and the trace nutrients that we need from the soil. That is why it grows. It's called a ligum or legum from the pea family, being the seed. It grows thereof. And it's absorbing all those nutrients from the earth that are beneficial to us. So I'm going to give you real quick how this is beneficial to your teeth, your eyes, your bones, your nails, your hair. And keeping your teeth white as well is your eyes very bright and sharp. It has biotin, niacin, folate, copper, vitamin E, and your manganese, which is basically that we need those nutrients to help build the glue. Like in our fingernails, those are layers of cells. In our hair, layers of cells. Eyelashes, eyebrows, all of these different layers. And our teeth, we need our teeth enamel, and it helps build all those hard layered cells. Well, imagine if your teeth are that hard, what your bones are actually benefiting from. And this also helps our immune system. It protects our immune system. It boosts it and gives us the strength to fight against carious bacteria and diseases out there. So we benefit in a lot of ways. Tell you, it has 12 grams of fiber. We need fiber in our body because it absorbs any toxins and get out of our system, and that does it in the bowel system. And that is why fiber is really truly important to get in our diet. It works like a sponge, pulling it out of the bloodstream and passing it through our bowels and getting it out of our body. Well, the fiber, that's its job. It adds bulk as well, and it can also be beneficial in helping you to move your bowels, especially if you're someone who deals with IBS and your bowels tend to be very loose and you have diarrhea. Anything associated with that can easily hydrate the system and put you in a more traumatized state and deplete the body really fast. If we're looking at a source of iron, there is 37% iron. For you ladies whose menses really deteriorate you and just pull you down, or you are someone who has an iron deficiency, peanuts are your best friend. You really truly need to make a great friendship with peanuts. 37% iron, that's a large count in your daily nutritional value. And when you're looking at your vitamin B6, which is sharpening your mind and strengthening your kidneys, you're looking at 25%. Calcium's at 13%. Look how great that is for strengthening our bones and guarding our internal organs. That's phenomenal. We want that. Now there's 26 milligrams. Understand that's minute. Milligrams, 26 milligrams of salt or sodium. It actually is sodium, which is the good salt. And that's good for our bodies. This is not a bad thing. We need 12 different salts for all the 12 vital organs in our body. And peanuts can give you a great source of that salt without drying you up and being detrimental to blood pressure and diabetics. We are looking at a fat content of 72 grams. And carbohydrates is run around 24 grams. And that's okay because that's the total carbohydrates. And that's not a lot. That is good, positive carbohydrates. For those who are diabetic, that's also beneficial. And those with blood pressure issues, that's a good thing because that is just enough carbohydrates to keep that strong and not overdo it, not fly your blood pressure up and not fly your insulin sugars. It's really positive, and it's for the longevity. It's going to carry for a long period of time and keeping you satisfied and content, 4 to 6 hours, if not more. In the total 72 grams of fat, 24 of those they consider saturated fat. Now let me explain. The oils in peanuts, if you don't have a peanut allergy, the oil is nutritional to your body. It is a necessity. It helps build cells and strengthen cells as they are multiplying and reproducing in our body. And that's how we mend things. Or 24 grams of that are the saturated fats. Understand this. Raw peanuts, you cannot eat them. You just can't. They have to be roasted or baked. And for the USDA to be accurate on telling you the nutritional values of your food, they have to include that because it's changed the chemistry. Once the heat has been introduced to the peanut, to roast it and bake it so that it can be ingested by humans and not poisonous, it's going to have a saturated fat value to it. So they have to include that. But bear in mind, it's contained within that nut, and a lot of times that is minimized, and they will tell you whenever you buy it and you look at the back of the package, become a label ninja, read the back of the package, and it's going to tell you how much of that is considered saturated fat. And it's very accurate because they keep this updated on nutritional facts constantly, because they're going to monitor everything that's going in to our everyday food consumer supply. So that saturated fat, it is digestible. Most of the time, saturated fat is indigestible. Now, we're talking about when you cook in grease and it gets sticky in the pan, that's saturated fat, and it is indigestible. It is extremely hard on the system. The system cannot digest it. Never, ever, never. So the saturated fat that's in the peanut is actually part of baking it and cooking it so that you can ingest it without poison and not get any kind of salmonella poisoning. We don't want any salmonella poisoning. So just bear that in mind if you see that saturated fat, and don't freak out and go, oh my God, it's got saturated fat, I can't eat it. It's not true. Also, if you are purchasing natural peanut butter, this is a good thing. And when you buy natural peanut butter, it is not uncommon for peanut oil to be floating in the top of the jar. That's really, truly the way it's supposed to be, because all they've done is baked and ground down the peanuts. And so you'll have that oil sitting on top. Stir it back down into the jar, and it takes a long period of time or high heat in order for that oil to rise, but just stir it back into it because you need it. It's nutritional. That's where all the vitamins and nutrients are. We are looking at keeping our cholesterol down, and we've got the good fats going there, high energy, heart health, and great blood pressure. And this is a benefit to us in every way, shape, or form. In fashion, as I add, peanuts are good for you. They are superfood snack, great comfort food. Add them in to your diet. And you can always mix up peanut butter and include it in your everyday eatery through your week. It is a good thing. And there's so many recipes out there that include peanut butter all the way down to cookies. And you can kind of understand why I love peanuts. And they're really good for you. If you can eat them with your teeth and crunch them up, you are benefiting even more. But if you must eat them already grounded up, peanut butter is great. A pack of knabs, excellent snack, and it's good comfort food. It's great on a trip or day trip, as I said before, or just to comfort you if you're feeling a little hungry. Maybe you're having some boredom snacks, and that is a good way to comfort you and content you. Boiled peanuts. A lot of times you can find those on the roadside when you go on trips or vacation. But you can also buy cooked boiled peanuts in a can in the grocery store. So if that's something you enjoy, by all means, partake in some boiled peanuts. And if you do happen to get an opportunity to ever try them, you go to a festival, have the boiled peanuts, going to the county fair, and in the city they will have stands and vendors that sell boiled peanuts, and they'll season them. They are delicious. And this is truly seeing them as a legume, and they are more incorporating like a bean for you, but they're delicious. They taste good. Some people don't really take to the boiled peanuts, but then they still have peanut butter and regular old peanuts that are roasted as an option. This is Elizabeth with Just Dandy Podcast. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to click to follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. That way you'll be notified of future episodes I put up on the channel. You are going to get a great source of information. You can visit dandylinesoap.com/blog and sign up for the newsletter while you're at it. Until the next Just Dandy Podcast, this is Elizabeth, over and out. Have a Just Dandy day. Bye for now.